The heavy rain poured relentlessly outside, drowning the quiet hum of the city. A frail, emaciated cat lay huddled near a dumpster, its matted fur plastered against its thin frame. Her pitiful cries barely rose above the storm's roar. Just a few feet away, under the warm shelter of her car's awning, Sarah stood frozen, her umbrella trembling in her hand. Sarah had just stepped out to grab a late-night coffee, but something about the cat's desperate meow gripped her heart. She didn't know why she hesitated. Maybe it was because she'd just lost her own pet months ago and wasn't ready for another. Or maybe it was the haunting look in the cat's eyes, a look that mirrored her own pain. Taking a deep breath, she knelt down, whispering softly, "It's okay. You're safe now." Sarah wrapped the trembling cat in her coat, shielding it from the rain as she made her way back to the car. The drive home was filled with the cat's weak mews, a sound that broke through the silence and seemed to echo in Sarah's chest. By the time she got home, Sarah realized the cat was worse off than she initially thought. Its breathing was labored, and its frail body barely weighed anything. Life hadn't been kind to Sarah lately. Losing her job had been bad enough, but the sudden death of her childhood dog, Max, had plunged her into a spiral of grief. Max had been her anchor through the storms of life, and his absence left a void she didn't know how to fill. When she moved to a new city for a fresh start, she vowed to stay away from pets. Too much heartbreak, she'd tell herself whenever friends asked if she'd adopt another. But fate had other plans that stormy night. The cat, later named Luna, was in worse shape than Sarah had thought. The vet diagnosed her with multiple infections, malnutrition, and a respiratory condition that required immediate care. "She'll need constant attention," the vet warned. "It's going to be a long road." Despite her own struggles, Sarah couldn't bring herself to walk away. She spent nights nursing Luna back to health, waking every few hours to feed her or administer medication. Over time, Luna's frail body regained strength, and her dull, lifeless eyes began to sparkle. The cat's recovery became a mirror for Sarah's own healing. Luna's journey gave Sarah a new sense of purpose and something to focus on beyond her own pain. Weeks turned into months, and Sarah found herself building a routine around Luna's needs. Every morning started with Luna perched on the windowsill, basking in the sun's rays. Her once bony frame filled out, her fur grew soft and shiny, and she developed a playful personality that brought joy back into Sarah's life. Sarah also noticed subtle changes in herself. The mornings that once felt heavy and meaningless now had purpose. Taking care of Luna was not just about helping the cat survive, it was about reclaiming her own strength. Years passed, and Sarah and Luna's bond grew unshakable. Luna had become Sarah's shadow, following her from room to room, curling up on her lap during late-night work sessions, and nudging her cheek with soft purrs when she needed comfort. But what Sarah didn't realize was that Luna had become more than just a companion. She was a protector. One evening, Sarah felt an unusual exhaustion settle over her. "Must be all the overtime at work," she muttered, brushing off the persistent headache and dizziness. Luna, however, seemed unusually anxious. She circled Sarah's feet, meowing incessantly and pawing at her leg. It wasn't the playful nudge Sarah was used to. This was different, urgent, almost frantic. When Sarah ignored her, Luna jumped onto the couch and began swiping at Sarah's phone with her paw. Amused, Sarah picked up the phone and placed it on the coffee table. "Happy now?" she teased, but Luna's behavior only intensified. Later that night, as Sarah tried to sleep, the pain in her chest grew sharper. She tried to brush it off as stress, but found it impossible to ignore. Luna's cries grew louder, her usual calm demeanor replaced by panic. The cat paced back and forth, leaping onto Sarah's bed and pawing at her shoulder. Sarah groaned and reached for her phone, dialing her neighbor, Karen. Karen arrived within minutes, finding Sarah slumped against the couch, clutching her chest. Luna darted back and forth between Karen and Sarah, as if urging Karen to act quickly. Karen wasted no time and called for an ambulance. At the hospital, doctors confirmed Sarah had suffered a heart attack. "If you hadn't gotten help when you did, things could have been much worse," the doctor explained. While Sarah recuperated, Luna's behavior became the talk of the hospital. Nurses and staff marveled at how the cat seemed to sense danger before anyone else did. Sarah's gratitude for Luna deepened, and their bond became the center of her recovery process. Over the following weeks, Sarah's life gained new perspective. She began volunteering at local animal shelters, sharing her story about Luna's heroism and encouraging others to adopt strays. Doctors later confirmed that Sarah had suffered a heart attack, a rare occurrence for someone her age but exacerbated by stress and exhaustion. "If you hadn't gotten help when you did," the doctor said gravely, "it could have been fatal." What stunned everyone, however, was the role Luna had played. Karen told the hospital staff how the cat had refused to leave Sarah's side, alerting her to the danger. Word spread quickly, and soon Luna was being hailed as a hero. Sarah's recovery was slow but steady, and Luna never left her side. The cat's unwavering loyalty became a symbol of hope and resilience for Sarah. Local news outlets picked up the story, and Luna's heroism inspired countless people to share their own tales of animal loyalty. Sitting by the window one sunny afternoon, Sarah stroked Luna's fur and reflected on the night that changed everything. "You saved me," she whispered, tears pooling in her eyes. Luna looked up, her golden eyes filled with a knowing warmth, as if to say, "You saved me first." This story is a reminder that love and kindness often come full circle in the most unexpected ways. Luna's act of loyalty wasn't just a moment of bravery. It was a testament to the unbreakable bond between humans and animals. If this story moved you, consider visiting your local shelter today. You might just find your own Luna waiting to change your life forever.